Number one is planning. Successful careers do not happen by accident. Trust me, I've interviewed plenty of highly successful people in business, and every single one of them is very strategic on how they go about their career. Most people I interview, however, their career seems to be a series of unfortunate events. They get a job, they bumble along, everything's going well, they get made redundant, oh no, have to find another job, find a job, move on. They're not thinking it through in terms of what are the impacts, where do I want to go? The successful people are usually thinking 2 or 3 jobs ahead. They're thinking, one day I want to be, let's say, CEO of BHP Billiton. How am I going to get there? Well, I'm not going to get there in one leap. I need to get certain bits of experience along the way. I need to get my MBA. I need to work on particular types of projects. I need to work in operations or corporate, whatever. They work out what they need to do. And it's so easy these days to work out what you need to do. I want you after today to go away and plan out your next 10 years. Now, obviously life may throw you some curveballs, and what you're planning today you want to do in 10 years' time may not actually come to pass. But at least you've gone on a particular route and straight direction as opposed to zigzagging with a series of accidents. So work out roughly what kind of role, what you want to be doing in 10 years' time. And then have a look at the bios of the people who are doing those roles at the moment. Great thing is, something like LinkedIn will give you all that information. And just do an analysis. Look at 20 bios of people who are doing that kind of role at the moment and look for trends. And you'll notice, let's just say, 8 out of 10 have got an MBA from Curtin University. 7 out of 10 have worked in an operational role. 6 out of 10 have had experience working on a board. Whatever it may be. And now work out what is the statistical likelihood, therefore, of getting to this end point. So if I do X, Y, and Z, I stand a much better chance of getting there. Because if you do not do this and you do not write this down, what's going to happen in 10 years' time is you're going to wake up and you're going to go, oh no, I never did get that MBA from Curtin University. I never did get that operational experience or that board experience. Well, it's too late. That boat has passed. Other people are now getting those kind of roles, not you. But if you are planning it out and being strategic, you've now got your 10-year goals. And now you can segment that into, okay, well, in the next 3 years, my priority is the MBA. After that, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And now hold yourself to account. And every year, go back and review that list and say, how am I tracking? But also, is that still the end goal I want to do? Maybe it's not. Maybe I need to change direction a bit. But you've been smart and statistically accurate about what you're doing. It's not just luck that's going to get you there, it's planning. So work out those potential odds of success, work out what you want to do, and also work out what's important to you. Because it's all very well working out a job title and type of company, but we also know that there's softer things, those kind of hygiene factors that make or break your success and enjoyment of a particular role. And I know for a fact that it's happened to me in my career that my first job, my first company I was with for 10 years, and everything went really, really well. I had a successful career, but I felt I'd outgrown that company. I wanted a new challenge. And so I didn't really do this planning bit and naively just went out into the marketplace, had a few interviews, and one interview was with this company. It was quite a new entrepreneurial company. It did the same kind of thing, the same type of recruitment. But there was a buzz about the place. And the great thing was the 2 owners were my age and they both drove Aston Martins. I said, sign me up. So I signed up. 3 months later, the wheels came off. I exited that company because their business model was completely different. The organisation culture was completely different and it did not rhyme with me. I did not feel buy-in to that organisation. I did not enjoy the working experience. So it was a valuable lesson for me. 3 months wasted, some ways, of my career, but it was a good lesson all the same. But I would save you that pain. So what I want you to also do on another piece of paper is just write down what is important to you. Is it, the quality of the offices? Is it the commuting time? Is it the educational assistance you will get in with that particular organisation? Is it, I don't know, the working environment? It doesn't really matter. We've all got different motivators, things which rock our boat. But also, what kind of people do I enjoy working with? Particularly, what kind of leader do I want to work with? Because that will help you make an informed judgment at the end of this process. Because at the end of this process, you're going to get to a point when you're offered a job. And most people, when they get offered a job, it's an emotional decision. They go, oh, somebody loves me, thank goodness. And they accept that job and off they go. And 3 months later, they're going, oh no, this culture is awful. I hate these people. I've got to get out. A bit like going into a relationship. Do you do your due diligence on the person you're going into a relationship? Don't just go on a one-night stand and get married to them in a Las Vegas wedding next day. Well, that's the same principle. Do your due diligence, work out what's important to you, because then at the end, you can say, okay, it's flattering, they like me, they want to offer me a job. But is this aligned to A, that career path, and B, those hygiene factors? Is this going to be right for me? Because if it's not, say no. Say no, hold out for a better prospect, because you want a long-term relationship. You don't want a very short-term, messy relationship.